It's BMI until I die. Woo, woo, woo. The man professor is in the house. What's going on, my brothers? What's going on? What's going on? It's Monday night, my guys. Monday night. And this is Monday Night Live. Brothers, you think that I was going to sit back and just allow this moment to pass us by and not say anything about our brother Michael B. Jordan and his now ex-girlfriend Lori Harvey? If you think that I was not going to talk about this, you got another thing coming. What's going on, brothers? We got to talk tonight. Y'all see the thumbnail? Y'all see the title? This is a chopped and screwed broadcast, brothers. This is a chopped and screwed broadcast. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. You guys are old enough to understand that whole vibe that came out of Houston, Texas. That screw music. Remember that screw music with DJ Screw? Tipping on 4 volts. We tipping on 4 volts. Tipping on 4 volts. I'm gonna tell you guys what's happening. I'm sitting up here. I'm doing some old school stuff, man. I'm sitting up here listening to some old 3-6. Old 3-6, yeah, it's old 3-6, man. When 3-6 got together with UGK and they made that classic song, Sipping on Some Scissor. Y'all remember that? Sipping on some scissor. Sipping on some scissor. And you brothers already know, you guys who have been following me recently or for some time, y'all know I like to sip. I don't do lean. I don't do drink. I don't do drink, Texas style drink. You know what I'm saying? There's no codeine and no promethazine in my cup. I keep it traditional. I'm going to have me some brandy, or I'm going to have me some cognac. I might have me some vodka. I might have me some rum. Or I just might be sitting here and having some brew. You know what I'm saying? Draft. Pure draft. IPA. Indian Pale Ale. IPAs from all over the world. You know what I'm talking about? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is the Man Professor broadcast. I see you guys in the house. I see, man, this is Monday Night Live. Oh, and I'm going to take my time tonight. I'm going to take my time tonight because we're going to talk about some SYSBM funk tonight. SYSBM. SYSBM. And for those who are not initiated, SYSBM is that legendary and notorious acronym. That stands for Save Yourself, Black Man. Save Yourself, Black Man. And this is going to be an SYSBM chopped and screwed stream tonight. What's going on, brothers? I see you all. I see you. I see you, J3. I see you, Raphael Brown. I see you, 1M1. I see you, Philly Cheese, man. Y'all holler at me. Y'all holler at me. Y'all holler at me. If y'all can hear me loud and clear, please just put that one in the chat. If you can hear the Man Professor loud and clear, go ahead and put that one in the chat because I'm going to take my time tonight This is the chopped and screwed version of the Mad Professor broadcast. And we're going to talk tonight. Woo! The protection of rejection, my brothers. The protection. The protection. I want y'all to get this into your spirits, get this into your soul, get this into your mind. The protection of rejection. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, man, we're going to talk about these 304s. We got to talk about the 304s. I see you guys. Thank you. Alpha Sigma 1914, Raphael Brown, Tyrone Sanders, Silver, New Jack. I see you guys all up in the chat tonight. All up in the chat tonight. The protection of rejection. You guys already know. I don't have to tell y'all. I don't have to tell y'all. I don't have to tell y'all. I don't have to tell y'all that in 2022, in the year of 2022, we are living in the age of the 304. The 304. And I don't have to explain to you or dissect what exactly is the 304, but we are living in the age of the 304. We are living in the age of that woman, that female, that individual of the opposite sex who is a member of the Gynocracy. The Gynocracy. That woman who was a hedonist. She is a hedonist. She is driven primarily by immediate gratification. She is a hypergamist, a radical hypergamist. I see you all. I see you all. She thinks that she can do it forever. The 304. The 304 spans the entire age spectrum, my guys. The entire age spectrum. From 15 years old to 80 years old. I want y'all to write this down. The 304 in 2022. The 304. The 304 who we know when we listen to the music of Meg Thee Stallion. The 304 who we know when we listen to the music of Cardi B. The 304 when we listen to the music of the City Girls. You can listen to Cash Doll. You can listen to Summer Walker. You can listen to so many women. You can even go back to my generation, my Gen X generation, and you can listen to the music of Lil' Kim. Go back and y'all listen to Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim, she laid out the blueprint for the 304. And then Lil' Kim was succeeded by Nicki Minaj. She was succeeded. By Nicki Minaj, the so-called hip hop queen from Queens, who was made famous by Lil Wayne and Young Money Music more than a decade ago. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We live in the 304 culture. And I'm gonna take my time tonight. We're doing this thing chopped and screwed style. Chopped and screwed style. Shout out to the late memory of DJ Screw. Shout out to all them Texas boys. Shout out to the late Pimp C. Shout out to Bun B. Shout out to ESG. Shout out to Lil Flip. Shout out to all them brothers, man, from Houston, Texas. But not just Houston, Texas, man, but that chopped and screwed went all over the world. That chopped and screwed went all over the world, man. It impacted every corner of American society, every corner of the globe. Even ASAP Rocky, he was on that Houston stuff. He was doing that lean. But we chopping and screwing it tonight, baby. We are chopping it and screwing it tonight, talking about these 304s and talking about Why? You black men, all you black men need to know your worth. All you black men need to know your worth. You need to know your worth. And we talking about our brother Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, man. I'm gonna tell you, my guys. I'm gonna tell you, my guys. If there is a black man right now in the Western world whose imagery and whose popularity represents everything that our dear brother, our late brother, our now late brother Kevin Samuels talked about, it is none other than Michael B. Jordan. And I'm going to have a time tonight. I'm going to have a time tonight because you know what? Michael B. Jordan is a bachelor. We're talking about the quintessential bachelor. All you brothers who are bachelors, all you brothers who are bachelors, you guys who are unmarried, you guys who are living in your own homes, you got your own house. You brothers, you got a condo, you live in an apartment, you live in an efficiency. You brothers, when you go home at night, you go to your own man cave, your own abode. It's you, brothers. It's you. And when you go home, you are unmarried, ain't no woman there. You might not have any kids there, but I'm gonna push this. You are a bachelor. You are unmarried. You got your own place. You got your own resources. You work. You got a career. You established. You got a salary. You make money. You have investments. You do all sorts of things. You exercise. You work out. You drink water. You do everything in your power to make you the very best thing that you could possibly be in this universe. That's you, my brothers. That is you. That is you. That is you. That is you. You are a bachelor. Bachelor. You are a free agent. A free agent. Shout out to Greg Adams. Shout out to Greg Adams who codified what he calls the free agent lifestyle. And I want to give a shout out to my man, the kosher clinician. The kosher clinician. He posted a video yesterday, and y'all can find on his page where he talks about the free agent lifestyle and talks about men, black men in particular, who are bachelors. And I have to give him his props because he clipped the video of me. I had dialed into one of his streams, and I gave my perspective on what it means to be an unmarried black man. I'm an unmarried black man. I ain't got no kids, ain't got no wife. I ain't never been married. I've never. Well, I ain't gonna say. I almost said I never proposed to a woman, but when I was 19, 20 years old, I did propose to a woman, but it didn't go anywhere. And I'm glad that I didn't go anywhere because I dodged the bullet. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was caught up. I once had me a 304, man. I had me a 304 back in the days in Miami. We went to school together. We went to junior high together and we went to high school together. And she had a thing for D boys. My 304, the 304 I was dealing with back then, she had a thing for D boys. And I had to let her go. I had to let her go. Because I wasn't about to be sharing nobody with no D boy. What's going on, my brothers? This is the Mad Professor. This is the Mad Professor broadcast. I see you guys in the house. Go Professor in the Go Flow. What's up? We're glad that you were here. We are glad that you were here, my guys. We're glad that you're here. But I'm not going to prolong the time, my brothers. I'm not going to prolong the time. You know, I don't spend a whole lot of energy on preliminaries. At least I don't try to do that. But I want to say this to us guys, and I want to say this emphatically. That brother That brother, Michael B. Jordan, he dodged the bullet. Michael B. Jordan dodged a major bullet. A major bullet. You got a man who was at the age of 35. And I want you to think about this. This guy is 35 years old. And we have seen this guy and we have watched him grow. We have watched him go from being a boy, a black male youth. Y'all remember watching Michael B. Jordan in The Wire? We saw him as a black male youth, and we have watched his evolution. You saw him in Fruitville Station. We've seen him in many films. His star has risen, and he continues to rise and rise and rise and go higher and higher and higher. And he is at the top of his game. He is one of the most sought after people in his profession. And this is a man who has been very conscious. He has been very intentional about his image. And I will say to you, my brothers, that he has been a little bit too conscious. He has been a little bit too careful about his image. But I understand Hollywood. Hollywood is a fickle thing, man. Hollywood is a fickle thing, man. Hollywood doesn't always allow black men. It doesn't always allow black men to express the totality of who they are. And then when you add the dimension of blackness and black people, and you talk about black audiences, and particularly black female audiences, it doesn't make things any easier. Because you guys already know, you guys already know that Michael B. Jordan has been policed. He has been policed, and he's constantly policed by women. He is constantly, constantly, constantly policed. His choices in women are subject to the policing of 304s who happen to be B-dubs. The 304s who are B-dubs who have a hard time with black men who are free agents, about black men who take black male independence seriously. I want you to think about all the hell and all the flack that this brother has caught from all the Afro-American women who got hold of pictures of him being with white women and being with Latina women and being with women from all over the world. As though they own him. As though they own him. The B-Dub, she really believes that she owns Michael B. Jordan, just like she believes that she owns you. She really believes that she owns you. especially if you reach a certain level in terms of status, prestige, and wealth. She just believes that she can dictate every aspect of your existence, that she can tell you what your preferences ought to be, the whole 9 yards. And this brother at the age of 35 years old, and we have to really zero in on the fact that this guy is 35 years old and he is a full-blown man. A full-blown man. We're talking about a full-blown man. He grown. Michael B. Jordan is a grown man. I want y'all to get this, guys. He is a grown black man, a bachelor. And I'm gonna tell you guys, when I was thinking about this and I saw all the social media that was coming out, and I was thinking about the black bachelor and what it means to be a black man who was a bachelor. Especially, I'm gonna say this, guys. I don't have any kids. I don't have a wife. I live a real good life. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I live a real comfortable and decent life, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, when I see black men who are like that, when I see black men like Michael B. Jordan, especially the younger guys, I'm 48 years old. I'll be 49. I'll be 49 in September, man. But when I see a young guy who is 35 years old and he's at the top of his game, and this guy has not gotten married, and it's obvious that this guy has taken his time. This brother has taken his time. This is the Chop and Screwed broadcast, guys. I'm taking my time tonight. I'm taking my time tonight, guys. So if you guys who are, if you brothers are impatient with this ism, if you guys are impatient with the ism, I suggest that you get this back on the replay. But I'm gonna take my time tonight. I ain't in a hurry. I'm flowing free. I got me my little sip right here. I got my little drink, and I got my cigar. I got my cigar right here. I'm not gonna show my face tonight. I'm not gonna show my face tonight. But he's a bachelor. He is a bachelor, a bachelor, a bachelor. And he has resources. He can travel the world. This is a guy who has everything at his fingertips. Kevin Samuels talked about the high value stuff. I mean, that's him. And I know Kevin Samuels. See, Kevin Samuels was reluctant. Kevin Samuels was very reluctant, and he did not like talking about entertainers. Kevin didn't like talking when Kevin Samuels talked about what makes a high value man. Kevin Samuels did not like talking about entertainers because he felt that entertainers were not traditional in the terms of how they make their money and how they ascend to high heights. And I think Kevin Samuels was right. He was right. He was right. Um, when he talked about the high value stuff, and he talked about having a network, and he talked about net worth, and all that kind of stuff. He's right. You really can't put the basketball players in that category. You really can't put the football players in that category. And you can't put a lot of the actors and some of the other entertainers in that category. And the reason why you can't put those guys in those categories because often their money comes fast. Their money is quick. And what we have learned over the decades in watching athletes and watching entertainers is that those guys, they run through money. You know, you have a guy who can be hot. He's 20 some years old. He's hot. He could be a hot actor, a hot basketball player, football player, and he runs into millions at the age of 20, 21, 22. But by the time he's 30 years old, he ain't got nothing. He's gone. All of his money is gone. Everything is gone. He's blown it. He's been exploited. He's been manipulated. He has no wealth. He has no investments. His family has taken advantage of him. Lawyers and accountants, they have robbed him blind. And, you know, by the time this guy reaches the age of 30, he has crashed and burned. He has basically hit the wall. He has hit the proverbial wall. Yes, I said it. I said it, guys. I said it, guys. He has hit the wall. I want y'all to think about all the basketball players who hit the wall before they hit the age of 30. All the basketball players, all the football players, and all the entertainers, all the people who were popular when they were 21, 22, 23, 10, 15 years later, they are nowhere to be found. They are no longer dominating their profession. But Michael B. Jordan doesn't quite fit that paradigm. He doesn't quite fit that paradigm. And the reason why he doesn't quite fit that paradigm is because Michael B. Jordan has been doing it longer than most. Longer than most. You are talking about a guy who began as a child actor. Michael B. Jordan began as a child actor. Okay? He started acting as a boy. We saw him as a boy. And if you study child actors, I'm from Gen X. I'm gonna tell you something. If you look at Gen X, you look at all the child actors who came out of the Gen X generation, a lot of those child actors, they crashed and they burned. They started out when they were 7, 8, 9, 10. By the time they hit their 20s, they were done. Okay, Todd Bridges, Different Strokes, Gary Coleman, Dana Plato. I mean, there are so many, even some of the folks from the Cosby Show. You know what I mean? They crashed and burned before they hit the age of 25. Hollywood didn't want anything to do with them. Hollywood did not want anything to do with them. Thank you, my brother Brandon Penn. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. This is Monday Night Live. The man professor is in the house, and we are doing it BMI, BME, BMA, and BMH style. And this is the chopped and screwed version. Chopped and screwed version. Man, shout out to Pimp C, man. Man, shout out to Pastor Troy. Man, I was sitting up here, man. I was listening to some chopped and screwed Pimp C. I was listening to some chopped and screwed 3-6 Mafia, UGK, sipping on some scissor. I'm train working the wheel. I'm a pimp, not a simp. I make dope fiends higher than the Goodyear blimp. I eat so many shrimp, I got iodine poisoning. Y'all know what time it is. This is the chopped and screw version, baby. But Michael B. Jordan is not the average actor. Michael B. Jordan is not the average entertainer. He ain't average. So Michael B. Jordan does fit in Kevin Samuel's calculus of a high value man. That's what he does it. Michael B. Jordan is gonna be around for a long time, brothers. He's gonna be around for a long time. He is a millennial version of Denzel Washington. He is a millennial version of Denzel Washington. All right, I want y'all to get this into your heads. He is a millennial version of Denzel Washington at the age of 35, high profile bachelor. High profile bachelor, man. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna take my time tonight. I'm gonna take my time. We gonna go in, man. Guys. I'm just gonna take my time and go into this thing. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. Michael B. Jordan is a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's a good guy. His image, he has a good guy image. He has a nice guy image. You know, he really cares about the world. He really cares about having an impact as an actor. I've read lots and lots of articles about this guy, man. And I don't know him personally, so I'm not gonna talk like I know the guy personally. I don't know the man's personal life or whatever. But all I'm gonna say is that based upon everything that surrounds him in terms of media and what the world already knows about him, this is a man who tries to be a stand-up dude. He tries to be a stand-up dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He tries to be ethical. You know, I remember when Black Panther came out, that film, and he played Killmonger, man. Y'all remember Black Panther, man. Y'all remember that. You remember he played Killmonger, man. He played Killmonger to the D. Killmonger, man. Killmonger. Man, Killmonger was my favorite. Killmonger was my favorite character in Black Panther, man. My favorite character, man. And y'all remember when Killmonger went into Wakanda? Y'all remember when Killmonger went into Wakanda? And Killmonger went into Wakanda and he told them, Wakanda, look here, I am here. And I am here to get my inheritance. I'm here to take claim of my heritage. I am here to become the king of Wakanda. You remember Killmonger? Y'all remember Killmonger, man, that was the baddest character, man. I'm talking about. Let me tell you something, man. I went to FYE, man. I went to the FYE store, man. I got me 3 bobbleheads. I bought me 3 bobbleheads of Killmonger, man. 3 bobbleheads of Killmonger, man. I got an IG page, man. Y'all go to my IG page, Instagram, Ronald B. Neal, Instagram, Ronald B. Neal. I got a picture of my Killmonger bobblehead, man. I got a bobblehead of Killmonger on my desk in my office. I got a bobblehead of Killmonger on my desk at home where I work. I love Killmonger, man. I love Killmonger, man. But we talking about a single black man. We talking about a single black man who was unmarried, no kids, heartthrob. Do you know how many women wanted to get with Michael B. Jordan? Do you know how many women? I ain't got to tell y'all. Do you know how many women want to get with Michael B. Jordan? Women from all over the world. Huh? I'm talking about women from all over the world who want to get with Michael B. Jordan is an international celebrity superstar. We're talking about women from Russia. Yeah, Russia. We're talking about women from the Ukraine. Yeah, we talking about Russia and Ukraine. Women from Russia. He can go to Russia. He can pull them. He can go to the Ukraine and he can pull them. He can go to Italy and he can pull them. Michael B. Jordan can go to Germany and he can pull them. Michael B. Jordan can go to Amsterdam and he can pull them. Michael B. Jordan can go to Spain and he can pull them. Michael B. Jordan can go all over Europe. Every country in Europe. He can go to France. He can go to United Kingdom. Everything. Yeah. He can do it. That's right. I'm talking about this black man. I'm talking about this black man. I'm talking about this black man because he is a paradigm for SYSBM. SYSBM. This brother doesn't call himself, Michael B. Jordan doesn't call himself SYSBM, but he is a paradigm. He is a model for SYSBM. Michael B. Jordan can go into Africa. He can go into South Africa and pull women. He can go into Uganda. He can go to Tanzania. He can go to Angola. He can go to Cameroon. He can go to Liberia. He can go to Nigeria. He can go to Ghana. He can go to Senegal. He can go to Gambia. He can go to Morocco. He can go to Libya. He can go to Tunisia. He can go to Ethiopia. He can go to Mali. He can go to every country on the continent, all 54 countries on the continent of Africa, and he can pull them. He can go to the Caribbean. He can pull them. He can go to the Caribbean. He can pull them. He can go to Haiti and pull women. He can go to Martinique and pull women. He can go to Trinidad and Tobago and pull women. He can go to Jamaica and pull women. He can go to the Dominican Republic and pull women. He can go to Cuba and pull women. He can go to the Bahamas. He can go to St. Kitts. He can go to every aspect of the Caribbean and pull the women. And we're not going to stop there. We're not going to stop there. International. If the brother wants to be an international player, let's just put this thing out here. A single black man who was an international superstar who doesn't have any wife, he doesn't have no wife, he don't have no kids, he can be an international player. We're talking about being an international player. No attachments, international player. You know what I'm talking about? You got your passport ready. You got your passport ready, my brothers. Passport bros, what's up, man? All the passport. If you are a passport bro, I need you to put that. I want you to put one in the chat if you are a passport bro. Because I am a passport bro. If you are a passport bro, I need y'all to put one in the chat. Y'all go ahead and do that if you are a passport brother. I got my passport, brother. I got my passport. I'm getting ready to travel this week. I'm getting ready to travel internationally this week. I'm going to tell y'all where I'm going. I'll tell y'all when I get back. I'm traveling this week. I'm leaving the country. I'm going to be flying across the Atlantic this week, okay? I'll tell y'all when I get back. Passport bros, what's up? Passport bros, what's up? If Michael B. Jordan wanted to go to South America, if he wanted to go to South America, he can go to South America and do the doggone thing. He can go to South America, my guys. Oh, yeah, he can go to Brazil. He can go to Brazil. Brazil. He can go to Brazil. EIE. Toodoo bam. Toodoo bam. He can go to Brazil right now. He can go to Rio de Janeiro. He can go to Sao Paulo. He can go to Salvador Bahia. He can go to any part of Brazil that he wants to go to. He can go to the Amazon rainforest. Let me tell you something. That brother can go to the Amazon rainforest right now and he can pull them. He can pull them, 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 pull them. Because a black man of his stature, a black man of Michael B. Jordan's stature can go anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. And he is going to be attractive to women wherever he goes on the planet. That's what he would do. Y'all like and y'all share, y'all subscribe. This is the Mad Professor broadcast. I'm taking my time tonight. This is the chopped and screwed version, man. Chopped and screwed version. I'm telling y'all, I was listening to screw music before I came on. I was listening to screw music, sipping on some scissor, man. I was listening to Houston. Shout out Houston. Shout out Memphis, Tennessee. I forgot. I got to shout out Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out the 3-6 Mafia. Juicy J, Project Pat, DJ Paul, Lord Infamous, Crunchy Black, Lil Chat, Gangsta Boo. He was doing the doggone thing. This is the chopped and screwed version. That's right. Brothers, protection is, he says, rejection rather. Rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. He can go to Colombia. He can go to Cartagena. He can go to Medellin. He can go to any part of Colombia. He can go to Central America. He can go to Panama. He can go to Ecuador. He can go to Costa Rica. Let's take it back to South America. He can go to Venezuela. He can travel anywhere on the planet. All right. He can travel anywhere on the planet. He can travel anywhere. So this is not a black man. We're talking about Michael B. Jordan. We are not talking about a black man who has a dearth of options. But this is not a black man who has a dearth of options, okay? He has no wife. He has no kid. He is a multi-millionaire. A multi-millionaire. A man, if he continues to play his cards right, he can be a billionaire. He can become a billionaire. And he is at the age of 35, man. He is at the age of 35. The age of 35. Do you know how sweet? 35 is a sweet spot. 35 years old, that's a sweet spot. But I'm going to tell you this, 35 is good. But you know what's even better than 35? I'm going to tell you something, brothers. Do you know what's even better than 35? Hold on to your horses. 40 is better than 35. 40 years of age. 40. When you reach the age of 40, black man, I want y'all to listen to me. I need you to listen to me. When you reach the age of 40, okay? When you reach the age of 40 and you have managed your life correctly, when you reach the age of 40 and you have exercised discipline, when you reach the age of 40 and you have not wasted your time on 304s, and you have not wasted your time on frivolous things, and you have not wasted your time on people who would waste your time, when you reach the age of 40, you will be translated into another dimension, another universe. 35 is good. 35 is good, my brothers. 35 is good. I'm 48. I'm going on 49. But I'm going to tell you something. 35 is good. And I've been 35. But 40. And do you know what's beautiful about 40? I'm going to tell you what's beautiful about 40, because when you hit the age of 40, you've already lived half of your life. You've already lived half of your life. When you reach the age of 40, you have already lived half of your life, and you have accumulated. You have accumulated invaluable experiences. You have accumulated knowledge and experiences and maturity that no prior age, not 35, not 30, not 25, can match. Once you reach the age of 40, you have accumulated wisdom that is invaluable, wisdom that you cannot put a price tag on. When you reach the age of 40, them little games that the Gynocracy plays, 304s, you don't play 3 or 4 games. When you are 40 years old, you don't play 3 or 4 games. You don't play with 304s. You don't play with 304s when you turn 40. Okay? You don't play with women your age. When you turn 40, a man who was at the age of 40, he don't play games with women who are his age. A man who turns 40 don't play games with a woman who was 40 or a woman who was 41 or 42. He don't play games with a woman who was 38, 37, or 35. He don't play games. But let's get back to the 35-year-old Michael Jordan. He is in the player universe. Michael B. Jordan is in the Bachelor player universe. If he wanted to be, he can be a superstar player. He can be a superstar bachelor. Doesn't have to get married. He doesn't have to get married. He can be like Leonardo DiCaprio. Do y'all know Leonardo DiCaprio? Y'all know Leo. Put 2 in the chat if y'all know who Leonardo DiCaprio is. Put 2 in the chat. The white man. The white man, Leonardo DiCaprio. What I want y'all to do is y'all look up Leonardo DiCaprio and I want you to Google Leonardo DiCaprio and his girlfriends. Just all you have to do is Google Leonardo DiCaprio and his girlfriends. He's never been married either. He said Leonardo DiCaprio is a super player. He is a super player. He's my age. Leonardo, he and I, we the same age. No wife, no kids. He dates women who are half his age. And the white women that tried to shame him. Listen, hey, here's the thing. The white women tried to shame him. You got a man who was in his late 40s, who was a superstar actor, multi-millionaire, and you have white women who constantly try to shame him because he dates women who are in their 20s. And this man is kissing 50 years old. He kissing 50 years old. And he's a player. And I'm gonna give y'all some more Hollywood game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever heard of Wilt Chamberlain? How many of y'all know who Wilt Chamberlain was? Do y'all know who Wilt Chamberlain was? The superstar basketball player Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, he been there for a while. If y'all know who Wilt Chamberlain was, y'all put 3 in the chat. Put 3 in the chat if y'all know who Wilt Chamberlain was. Wilt Chamberlain, black man, 7-footer, 7 feet tall. He was a 7-foot black man. A 7-foot black man. Wilt Chamberlain. Y'all put 3 in the chat if y'all know who Wilt Chamberlain was. Wilt Chamberlain never got married. Wilt Chamberlain died in his 70s. Wilt Chamberlain was an all-star basketball player, a black man, 7-footer. He was a 7-footer. I'm reading Wilt Chamberlain's memoir right now. Wilt Chamberlain made a career in basketball, and after Wilt Chamberlain left basketball, he went into Hollywood. Wilt Chamberlain became a Hollywood celebrity. The 7-footer. 7-footer. Y'all said that. Y'all share, y'all like and subscribe. If y'all like this ism and y'all want to support, y'all hit that Cash App $ BMI 3000. Cash App $BMI 3000. Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy. This is the Mad Professor broadcast, and we are chopped and screwed. Wilt Chamberlain. Y'all go look up. Y'all need to look up Wilt Chamberlain. Y'all need to look up Wilt Chamberlain. And Wilt Chamberlain was loved by women. Women loved him. Women loved Wilt Chamberlain. They loved him. Boy, they loved him. They loved him. They loved Wilt Chamberlain. They loved him. All women. Black women loved him. Asian women loved him. White women loved him. Green women loved him. Polka dot women loved him. Tangerine women loved him. All kinds of women loved Wilt Chamberlain. And Wilt Chamberlain, he was SYSBM before we even thought about SYSBM. Wilt Chamberlain never got married. He never got married. He never had, and he talked about it, he never had the incentive to get married. He was a boomer. He was a boomer. He was a boomer. And Wilt Chamberlain, he wrote a book, and he said in his book, women loved him so much. He loved women too. Wilt Chamberlain, he's famous for this. He's famous for this, and we don't know if he was just exaggerating or if he was just making a myth, or he was creating a myth about himself. But Wilt Chamberlain had this mythology of being a man with high levels of sexual prowess. High levels of sexual prowess. Y'all share, y'all like, and y'all subscribe. Hit that Cash App $BMI 3000. Y'all share, like, and subscribe. Wilt Chamberlain said that during his lifetime, I'm taking my time tonight. Wilt Chamberlain said that he slept with more than 2,000 women. He said he slept with more than 2,000 women during the very course of his life. Wilt Chamberlain, superstar, athlete, movie star. I remember I used to watch when I was a kid. I remember Conan the Barbarian. If you guys watched the movie Conan the Barbarian, Wilt Chamberlain was in the second version of Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, back in the 80s. Red Sonja. Wilt Chamberlain was in that film. But what's the point I'm trying to make? What is the point I'm trying to make, my guys? What's the point I'm trying to make? That you got black men. You got black men. I'm going to tell you something, guys. You got black men who don't have to bend down. They don't have to bow down to the gynocracy. They don't. They don't. Especially if he knows his value. Especially if he knows his worth. If he knows his worth. Do you know your worth? Do you know your worth? John's Chronic say he wasn't a boomer. He was an old man. He was at the latter end. Chamberlain, we got to go back. I'm going to do the timeline. Go back and do the timeline. I hear you. We'll go back and look at the timeline. But he was at the beginning of that era. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is that there are women out there who are smart. There are women out there who are smart. And some of the women are opportunistic. They're smart, they're opportunistic, and what have you. And some of them are so smart and even opportunistic that they will attach themselves to a person like a Michael B. Jordan. Particularly if they choose Michael B. Jordan, Michael B. Jordan chooses them. If the choosing is mutual. If the choosing is mutual at a certain level. And if they're smart, they can ride off into the sunset and they can benefit from being attached to a brother like this, if they're smart. But guys, here's the reality. Here's the thing. You got a man right here who at the age of 35 has reached a place, he has reached a place in his life. You got a man that's 35 years old who has reached a place in his life where he's ready to settle down. He is ready to settle down. He is ready to have a family. Settle down and have a family. I see it. Okay. Silent generation. I got Wilt 36. Okay, we'll work it out. 36. Okay. On the edge. That's the edge, man. That's the edge. That's the edge. A silent generation. We got to work that out. We got to work that out, man. We got to work that out. That number. But here's the point. Y'all get it. 35 years old, ready to settle down, ready to get married, ready to have a family. That's a real thing, guys. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. I want y'all to hear this, and I'm taking my time tonight. Ready to start a family. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you and existential with you. I understand it. I understand it. You see, here's the thing, guys. Yeah. You can be a player. You can be a player, brothers. You can be a player. You can be an international player. You can be an international player. You can have women. You can have a high rotation. You can have a high rotation, women coming in and women coming out. You can do that. I've done that. I've done that. You can have a serious rotation for a long time, for many, many years. But the reality is, guys, is that some guys, depending on how you're built and how you're made, sometimes you get tired of the revolving door. You get tired of the revolving door. You get tired of the revolving door. You get tired of women coming in and coming out. You get tired of the opportunists. You get tired of the predatory women. You get tired of the women who are just hedonist. The women who are just with you for the sake of pleasure. It's a mutual thing. You know, she doesn't want anything long term. And at a certain point, you don't want anything long term, and she's just in and out. And what you're looking for, and what you could be looking for, is a constant. You want a constant. You want somebody to come home to. You want someone to build a life with. You want someone to share your life with. Someone who has, mutual values. Someone that you can grow old with. That's a real thing, man. That's a real thing. That's the thing about marriage. It's a very, very real thing. And see, with guys like Michael B. Jordan, he's old enough, he's lived long enough, he's been in his game long enough to understand the fleeting nature of women and beauty and all that sort of thing. I mean, let's just be honest, guys. If you're a guy like that, you see pretty women all the time. You're confronted with models. You're confronted with, tens. This guy is surrounded by tens. Okay, women who are tens. And you're not impressed. You're not completely impressed by beauty. You're not completely impressed by physicality because you've had it. You've already had it. You don't have the dimes. If you don't have the dimes, you had enough dimes, you're no longer impressed by the dimes. You want more than just physicality. You want something that's more substantive, something that is deep. Taking my time tonight. This is the chopped and screwed version of the Man Professor broadcast. And at the age of 35, you don't want to. And here's the reality. At the age of 35, and you reach that level like Michael B. Jordan, you're not trying to reach back to somebody who's 35. A 35-year-old woman ain't trying to, a 35-year-old man is not trying to hook up long term with another 35-year-old. He ain't trying to do that. A 35-year-old man at that level is not trying to reach back and hook up with a 30-year-old. No, he ain't trying to do that. A 35-year-old man is trying to reach back to something else. I've been there, brothers. I've been there. Man, I've been there, man. I've been there. Oh, I want y'all to listen to me, man. Let me tell you something. When I was 35 years old, I had a girlfriend who was 26. Man. I was 35, she was 26. I was 35, she was 26, and she was fine as all get out. She was fine as all outdoors. She was from Georgia, man. She was a Georgia peach. Doggone it! Peach! Fine as hell. One of the baddest chicks I had ever had in my adult life. And I'll be honest with you, when I was 35, at the age of 35, at that time, I wasn't really, I was thinking about marriage. I wanted to be married and everything like that. But this 26-year-old who I was dealing with, she was kind of there. She was kind of in there and that, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out between us. It didn't work out between us because I wasn't really as invested as I needed to be at that particular time. I wasn't invested. I'm gonna leave it right there. But here's the point. You can reach the age of 35 and you're ready to what people say, people call settling down and all that kind of stuff. Because you want something. But when you do that, you're not going to do that with somebody your age. That's just the bottom line. So the age gap thing is real. It's real. And women don't like it. Women don't like the age gap. Women like to shame you. Older women, they love to shame people, man. They love to shame, especially black women, they love to shame black men. They love to shame black men when it comes down to age gaps and all that kind of stuff. I ain't never been shamed. I've never been shamed. When I was with younger women, ain't no one has ever tried to shame me. I wish somebody would try to shame me for dating a woman that's 10 years, 14, 15 years younger than me. And I've done it. I've dated women 20 years younger than me. 20 years younger. Okay? I've been there. I'm still there. But that's the thing. You're 35 years old. You don't want to marry. You want to marry younger. You want to marry younger because she's pretty, because she has fertility, because she got energy, she got spunk, she got all kinds of things. You understand what I'm saying? And you've lived. You understand what I'm saying? And it's the natural order of things. It is the natural order of the world. You find it in just about every society. We think because of feminism wants you to believe that there's something taboo or something immoral or something criminal about it. Ain't nothing criminal about it. As long as you're dealing with an adult. As long as you were dealing with an adult, there was nothing criminal about age gaps. Nothing criminal. So this is a man who wants to settle down. He wants to settle down. He wants to have a family. Y'all share, y'all like, y'all subscribe. This is the Mad Professor broadcast. Y'all share, y'all like, and y'all subscribe. This is the Mad Professor broadcast. The Mad Professor broadcast. We are talking about the protection of rejection. The protection of rejection. The protection of rejection. Now, Michael B. Jordan is a millennial, and Michael B. Jordan is subject to something that is very tragic, bleak, and unfortunate. He is subject to something very tragic, bleak, and unfortunate. Subject to rather. And y'all hit the Cash App $BMI, Cash App $BMI. We got 91 people who are on this stream. 92 people are on this stream. Cash App $BMI. Y'all share, y'all like, and y'all subscribe. The millennial generation and the generations before them, they are dealing with a plague. They are dealing with a 304 plague. The millennial generation and those under them are dealing with a culture where women, and this is the effects of feminism, they don't understand contracts between men and women. They don't understand marriage and commitment. They don't understand long-term relationships. It's a 304 culture. You have these young women. Lori Harvey is 25 years old. She's 25. And before you think that Lori Harvey is some type of exception to the rule, I would say that she's not. I would say that there are lots of women in her age range, regardless of their status, who are just like her. I've encountered them in my own experiences. Y'all have seen my videos. How many of y'all have seen my videos? If you all have seen my videos where I have interviewed young women, if y'all see my videos where I've interviewed those young Gen Z women and those young millennial women, y'all put 4 in the chat. Put number 4 in the chat if y'all see my videos. Did y'all see my videos? If y'all have seen my videos where I did those interviews of those young women, put 4 in the chat. It's a 304 culture. It's a 304 culture. They are not invested in long-term relationships. They are not invested in anything that is substantive. They are not invested in going the distance. Their mothers, their aunties, their sisters, women in their lives, older women have told them that they have forever, told them that they have no time limits, that they have no constraints. So I have videos where I interviewed women who are 21, 22 years old, 19 years old, women who are in their mid-20s and their late 20s. And these women really believe that women really believe that there is no window. They really believe that they can play this thing out until they're 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 years old. They really believe that they can be a hot girl forever. That, this thing will last until their 70s. They really believe that. What's going on, brothers? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And so Michael B. Jordan is if you're dealing particularly with the U.S., if you're dealing with America, the American situation, and if you're dealing primarily with Afro-American females, if you're dealing with them, you are in the dilemma. You are in a serious, serious dilemma because the women who are 30 and under, they have not been conditioned, they have not been socialized, they have not been trained to go the distance with a man. They have not been oriented in a way where they can look and see beyond the moment. And this includes Lori Harvey. And for whatever reason, Michael B. Jordan thought that he could circumvent all of that. For whatever reason, Michael B. Jordan thought that he could circumvent all of that and that he could possibly turn this woman into a long-term situation, turn this woman into a wife, and he learned that this is not possible. They were together, according to the media reports, they were together for 1 year. We got to get rid of the trolls. Let's block these trolls. Let's get these trolls. No P-Hub stuff here tonight. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. He doesn't have too much to choose from. Michael B. Jordan doesn't have a whole lot to choose from in North America. And he was just reminded in this situation that he doesn't have much to choose from. And this is not a bad thing. This is not a bad thing, brothers. It's not a bad thing. This young woman, Lori Harvey, did not want to go the distance. She did not play the game with him. This is a woman who had been with other men, P. Diddy, and she had been with Future and other people and the like, coming out of the Steve Harvey camp. And my God, that's a story. That's a story by itself. That's a story by itself. Steve Harvey and his wife. And that situation, that whole household, that's a story by itself. But she did not play the game with him. She did not play the game with him. And what I mean by playing the game with him is that she did not exploit the situation. That is, she could have allowed hypergamy to go into overdrive, so much so that marriage would have been a way for her to really dig her hands into his life and to solidify high levels of wealth and status, resources and connections. But seemingly she chose to be, I guess, true to herself and decided that she was not going to be there. She was not going to do that with him. And so this man who wanted to have a family, this man who wanted to have a long-term relationship, a wife, and let's just say he wanted to have a family, this man was rejected by this woman. He was rejected by her. And brothers. The point of this stream is to say this, is that is a good thing. It is a good thing. Her rejection, Lori Harvey's rejection of Michael B. Jordan's desire to have something more, a long-term relationship, it was protection. It was protection. It was protection. She was protection. Yes, Joe from DC. Jess, she did him a favor by leaving. She did him a favor by leaving. It was protection, guys. He was protected. And I want you guys to really, really suck that in. Guys, I want y'all to absorb it and take it all in. Rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. Let me tell you something, guys. In our space, when we do this man talk, in our space, guys, You have your pickup artists, you have your game people, you have your dating coaches who want to give you all these techniques. They want to give you all this rhetorical stuff. They want to talk about charisma. They want to talk about how you dress. They want to talk about style. They want to talk about so many things that are very, very superficial. They want to talk about all of these things that are supposed to make you successful with women. Superficial things. And to be honest with you guys, those things, they give it that those things provide you with no guarantee. They provide you with no guarantee of success with women. No guarantee whatsoever. And what happens is you can be charismatic, you can look good, you can dress good, you can smell good, you can have money in the bank, you can have investments, you can have the entire world at your fingertips. And you will encounter, you can have a great personality. You will encounter women who will completely, utterly, and thoroughly reject you. They will reject you. And guess what, guys? Guess what? We got 8-9 people watching. When the women reject you, they are doing you a favor. Women who reject you, brothers, no one is going to say this in our sphere. No one is going to say this in our male space. Women who reject you are doing you a favor. They're doing you a favor. You know why they're doing you a favor? The woman who rejects you is telling you that she is not going to waste your time. The woman who rejects you is telling you is that she is not going to waste your resources. The woman who rejects you is telling you she is not going to exhaust all of your emotional energy. The woman who rejects you is telling you that you are a free man and you are a free man for another woman. You are a free man for other women. Rejection is protection. I want to give a shout out to Alan Roger Curry. I want to give a shout out to Alan Roger Curry. Y'all know Alan Roger Curry. Y'all know Alan Roger Curry. Alan Roger Curry has a book called Mode 1. He writes books about dating and stuff like that. And the one thing that Alan Roger Curry talks about, he talks about a type of female personality. He talks about manipulative time wasters. Manipulative time wasters. Alan Roger Curry, y'all. If y'all know who Alan Roger Curry is, put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat if y'all know who Alan Roger Curry is. This is the Mad Professor broadcast. Y'all share, y'all like, y'all subscribe. BMI $, Cash App $BMI 3000, Cash App $BMI 3000, Cash App $BMI 3000. Alan Roger Curry talks about manipulative time wasters. Y'all can hit that super chat. Hit that super chat. Y'all can hit that super chat too. Hit that super sticker if you like this ism. Hit it all, hit it all, hit it all, hit it all. This is a chopped and screwed broadcast. I am taking my time tonight. Chopped and screwed broadcast. I am taking my time tonight. Alan Roger Curry talks about manipulative time wasters. And what Alan Roger Curry calls a manipulative time waster is a person who is not true. A person who is not true, a woman who is disingenuous. And a manipulative time waster is a disingenuous woman. A woman who is not really interested in you. A woman who is not really going to invest in you. But the woman wants something from you. She wants something. She's not really interested in you. She's not really invested in you. She's not trying to go the distance with you, but she likes your attention. She likes your company. She likes your flattery. She likes something that you provide her with. And this woman will hide she will hide the fact that she is disingenuous. She will hide it and hide it. And she will manipulate your emotions. She will manipulate you. And as she manipulates you, she wastes your time. She manipulates you in service of her own narrow, selfish, egoistic interests. And what happens with this manipulative time waster is that if you're smart, you will discover at some point that this person is really not into you. This person is really not there for you. This person is really just wasting your time. And they're wasting your time as she rather derives some benefit from you. That's what a manipulative time waster is. That's a manipulative time. I've dealt with them, guys. I've dealt with manipulative time wasters. Any of you guys, if any of you guys have dealt with a manipulative time waster, y'all put 7 in the chat. Just put 7 if you dealt with a manipulative time waster. She wants to talk to you on the phone. She wants to go out with you. She wants your attention. She wants you to spend money on her. She wants the resources, but she's not fully in it. She's not fully in it all the way. She's not 100% in. She is not 100% in. She's not 100% in. She's not giving you everything that you want from her. Hell, you want sex. You want sex. You want sex from her. And she is not opening herself up to that. As a matter of fact, she wants to put time limits on it. She wants to put constraints on it. She wants to stretch it out. She wants to put you on some 90-day wait period or whatever. That's a manipulative time waster. That's a manipulative time waster, guys. I've dealt with them. And let me tell you, though, they're very crafty. Manipulative time wasters are very crafty. They're very crafty, okay? Because they know how to wear a mask and they know how to play the game, and they will play a long game with you. They will play that long game with you guys. They will. They will play a long game with you, okay? But you got to be keen to their game. You understand? And that's the thing. They exhaust your time. They waste your time. I've been there. She was a total, complete waste of time. Total, complete waste of time. She will flatter you. She will make you think that she is thoroughly interested in you. She will say nice things to you. She can be nice and she can be feminine and soft and all these things, but she really not interested in you, man. She's not really trying to go distance. She not trying to give you no draws, or she taking the time, or here's the thing: if she does give you the draws, she wants to ration the draws. How many of y'all been there? She wants to ration. She wants to give you rations. She wants to give you rations of the draws. Okay? So she gave you the draws one time, and then she wants to make you wait a month for you to get the draws again. And then you gotta wait another month to get the draws afterwards. It's like, no, that's the thing. That's it. She wants to give you rations of the draws. She's a manipulative time waster. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta wait 2 weeks. You gotta wait. She gives you draws. She gives you the draws in 2 to 3 week windows. That's a manipulative time waster. She wasting your time. Outlaw Outlaw 720 says especially past 35. Especially. You are absolutely right, Outlaw 720, especially past the age of 35. When she wants to ration them draws, that's a manipulative time waster. And they are worse. The manipulative time wasters, they get worse. They are bad. I'm glad you said that, Outlaw 720, because it's around that age when they get bad. They get bad. The manipulative time wasters, they tend to appear at the age of 35 and above. A lot of your manipulative time wasters are over the age of 30. Most of them, a lot of them, I'm not gonna say most of them, but a lot of them are. And what's interesting about them is that she's 35 years old and she still wants to act like she's 25, or she still wants to act like she's 27 or 30 or whatever. And she could be a woman who's got a kid or 2 kids, or she could be a woman who's been married or whatever, and she wants to reset the clock. That's what happens. You can have these manipulative time wasters who are 35 and older who are trying to reset the clock. They trying to those are the ones who be talking about being a born again virgin and all that kind of stuff. Those are the ones. Cash App $ BMI. Too watchful. The Cash App is Cash App $BMI 3000. Cash App $BMI 3000. Cash App $BMI 3000. We are talking about Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. Manipulative time wasters. I'm gonna give Lori Harvey the credit. I'm gonna give her credit. I'm gonna give her credit. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus. Because you know what she did? I'm not gonna throw her under the bus. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus because she did him a favor. Cash App $BMI 3000. Cash App $BMI 3000. She did Michael B. Jordan a favor by not being a manipulative time waster. They were only together for 1 year. And I know he got the draws. We know that. We know he got the draws. He got the draws. We know that. He got the draws. Y'all know he got the draws, right? He got the draws. He had her for a year. She's a pretty woman. She's fine. She's sexy. I suspect that one of the factors that went into him. I suspect that one of the factors that went into him wanting to make her long term is because he's an entertainer. He's lived in entertainment, and she's grown up in an entertainment household. She's grown up in an entertainment household. So he doesn't have to explain to her. You know, the entertainers, they date each other. The entertainers date each other the way in which people in professions date each other. You know, doctors tend to date doctors. Lawyers tend to date lawyers. In my profession, professors date professors. I try not to date professors now. I'm a professor. I don't like dating professors. I've done some of that stuff before, but I really don't like dating professors, bro. I try to stay away from dating other professors because they crazy. Them female professors, I don't got time for the stuff that they be on. Okay, the female professors, I don't have time for the stuff that the female professors are on, bro. But people in similar professions, they tend to date each other. So actors date actors, comedians date comedians, singers date singers, rap females date rap males, that sort of thing. Rodney Jackson, I want to thank you for that cash app. Rodney Jackson, Jay-Z, I want to thank you for that cash app. MLR, thank you for the cash app. MLR, thank you for that cash app, man. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your support. We appreciate it. So I think that was the attraction. The attraction was that she was an entertainer, and you don't have to explain stuff. You ain't got to explain stuff. You know, people used to say crazy stuff about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian when they first got married. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. I said this on Facebook years ago when they first got married. I said that Kanye West, and people talked about, Kanye West marrying the 304, and they were saying, never make a 304. You can't turn the 304 into a housewife. That's what they said about Kim Kardashian. She was ran through and she was used, and Kanye West married her. Why did he marry a used, ran through? That's what people were saying about Kanye. Kanye could have married somebody else. That's what they were saying. But my argument was this. My argument was that Kanye West did not do a bad thing by marrying Kim Kardashian. You know why? Because both of them they represent a certain caliber of celebrity. And both of them, if you look at Kanye and Kim Kardashian, they're both they're like weirdo types. They're very eccentric in their own way. And I said this on Facebook, and I had some black women, they took issue to what I said. And I said that Kanye West had to marry somebody who was just as much of a weirdo as he is. I said Kanye West had to marry somebody who was just as much of a weirdo as him. Kim Kardashian is a weirdo. That Kardashian family is a weirdo family, okay? And he married into a weirdo family, and that was it was mutual weirdo-dom. I said that Kanye West could not marry a run-of-the-mill black American woman. He could not. Kanye West, and you look at him now, even now, Kanye West cannot marry your average Afro-American female. He can't do it. The average African-American woman does not have the sensibilities or the psychology to coexist with a Kanye West. She just doesn't. So what's the point that I'm making is that Michael B. Jordan, I suspect, was attracted to Lori Harvey because, she comes out of an entertainment family that got money. He doesn't have to explain a whole lot to her. Yeah, I know we got the trolls in the house. We got to work on that, but they gone. I've blasted them out. But here's the thing, guys. This is the chopped and screwed session. Rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. Lori Harvey protected Michael B. Jordan by not going the distance with him. And Michael B. Jordan can now move on. He can move on with his life, and he can explore his options. He can do other things. He can find somebody who is mutual with him, find somebody who is conducive to his program. And I'm hoping that a brother like him would do the international thing. Just do the international thing, or to go back to what he did before. Because he was dealing with other women. Michael B. Jordan did not lose anything. He didn't lose anything in this situation. She was the one who had the advantage. She was the one who had the upper hand by connecting herself with him. Him being an A-list actor, celebrity. He was able to open doors for her that she couldn't open for herself. We don't know what kind of talent. We don't know what kind of talent this girl has, this woman has. All we know is she's a pretty face. She's a pretty face and she works out. That's all. What else she got? She does makeup, she does hair, whatever. I mean, a whole lot of women do makeup and hair. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who was elevating her. It wasn't the other way around. And whomever he gets with next will have the same opportunity. But here's the point, my guys. Here's the point. The last thing that I want us to do, and this is a lesson for black men. This is a profound lesson for black men. The last thing that I want us to do is to look at Michael B. Jordan as though he lost something. To look at a guy like that as though he's a simp. There's some brothers on YouTube right now who are coming close. I haven't seen it, but some brothers are coming close to calling him a simp. He ain't no simp. Michael B. Jordan, I'm not going to call Michael B. Jordan a simp. He's not a simp dude. He's not a simp dude. And I warn you guys, I want to warn you guys for going that direction. Don't call him out. He wasn't no simp dude. He was a man who truly wanted to have a relationship. And he figured that he can do it with his young woman, you know. And it didn't happen. But I want y'all to look at the thumbnail. And I want you to look at who this guy is. And I want you to look at him. He is an avatar. He is an avatar for black men knowing their worth. You need to know your worth, my brothers. Know your worth. And know that your worth is not determined by situations like this. It's not. Your worth is not determined by a 304, a pretty 304 that you can get under your arm as arm candy. That doesn't determine your worth. Your worth is not determined by her potential to be a wife, or at least you imagine that she has potential to be your wife. Your worth is not determined by that. Let her go. Outlaw 722 says, let her go. There's rap about JT Money wrote a song about 304s years ago. Let her go, let it go. If the 304 wants to be a 304, let the 304 be a 304. Let her go. And move on with your life. Move on with your life. That's what you do. You move on. She did not want to be a wife. She doesn't want to be saved. These 304s out here don't want to be saved. We have a 304 culture, and they don't want to be saved. They don't want to be wives. They don't want long-term relationships. They want to play. She wants to play. And the lesson is, if you want to play, that's what you do, brothers. You just play. You're a 35-year-old man, and you meet a 25-year-old woman who has a short-term understanding of relationships. What do you do with that 25-year-old woman? And let's say she's interested in you. You play. You play. You play. You play with her 25-year-old self. That's what y'all do. Y'all play until she get tired, until you get tired, and you move on. And you're on to the next one. You know, remember Jay-Z back in the days, on to the next one, on to the next one. You are moving on to the next one, on to the next one. Jay-Z said it well back in the days. Thank you, Robert Campbell, for that cash app. Thank you, Robert Campbell, for that cash app. Lori Harvey did Michael B. Jordan a favor, and the 304s do you a favor. All you guys who are out there who find yourselves in this type of situation, they do you a favor by rejecting you. She can choose you. Here's the thing about it. She can choose you on a short-term basis. She can choose you on a short-term basis and then reject you. And when that happens, you keep it moving. But this is the quintessential, guys. This is the quintessential case for SYSBM. SYSB. Save yourself, black man. Now I'm gonna say one thing. I didn't really get it. I touched upon this earlier on in the stream, but I have to come back to it. You know, black women gave this man hell. Black American women gave him hell because he had a history of dating women who are not African American. He had a history of dating out. And he was always ridiculed by his preferences. And I'm not going to say that he dated Lori Harvey to make a point. And I'm not going to say that he dated Lori Harvey or was in a relationship with Lori Harvey in order to prove something to black women. I hope that's not the case. I don't think that was the case. Again, I don't know him. I don't know this man personally. But I'm going to say this. From here on out, this black man, Michael B. Jordan, if he has not gotten it out of his system, that he does not have to prove anything, this idea that you got to prove something to black women, if he has not gotten that out of his system, he needs to get that out of his system. This man does not have anything to prove to African American women. He doesn't have a darn thing to prove to them. He does not have to demonstrate any type of loyalty or commitment in terms of relationships to the Afro-American female. And I am hoping that he just goes all out SYSBM. I am hoping that he goes all out free agent style from here on out. Michael B. Jordan, all out. I hope that the next time you see him hugged up with a woman, that she's from a different population. She can be African. I'm going to put it like this. I'm not saying he's not dealing with black women. She can be a woman from Africa. He can be hugged up with a woman from Kenya or hugged up from a woman from Uganda or hugged up, here it comes, hugged up with a woman from Brazil. I'm hoping that the next time he has a public relationship, that his public relationship is a rebuke to all of those people who think that he needs to limit himself to the United States, particularly the Afro-American female woman who wants to dictate every black man's dating preference. That's why SBM. 3 cheers for Michael B. Jordan. 3 cheers for Michael B. Jordan. 3 cheers. He is a bachelor. I love it. He is a bachelor. I love the bachelor stuff, guys. I love the bachelorhood. All you bachelors, if you guys are bachelors, I want all the bachelors, all the unmarried guys. I want you to put 8 in the chat. Put 8 in the chat. 8. Put number 8 in the chat if you're a bachelor. Put an 8 in the chat. Y'all put it in the chat. 8 if you're a bachelor. You're unmarried. And you guys are a free agent. If you're unmarried and you're a free agent, put 8 in the chat. Unmarried, free agent, put 8 in the chat. That's me. There you go. There go my brothers. There go my brothers. 8, unmarried, free agent. You're a free agent. You are a free agent. You get to date who you want to date. You get to see who you want to see. We live in the 304 culture, brothers. We live in a 304 culture. I've accepted that. I've accepted the fact that America is a 304 culture, and 304s range from 15 years old to 80 years old. Okay? 304s ain't range. 304s range from 15 years old to 80 years old. Okay? That's the 304 culture that we live in. So I need you brothers to be smart. I need you brothers to be smart. I need you brothers to deal with the 304 as a 304. The 304 is a short-term situation. That's what she is. She has a short-term mentality, a short-term world view. And there's nothing that we can do about it. There is absolutely nothing that we can do about this 304 culture. There's nothing that we can do about 304 culture. I see some of the brothers are married, are divorced. There's nothing that we can do with the 304 culture. The 304s are just playthings. I need you guys to wrap it up. I need you guys to wrap it up. I need you guys to wear your condoms. Wear your condoms. I need y'all to wear your condoms. I need you guys to avoid the Johnny Depp situations. I need y'all to avoid the Donnie Depp situations. Because here's the other thing, the 304s that we're dealing with right now, the 304s are manipulative and they're predatory. Many of them, they're very predatory. and they don't think twice about destroying a man's life. Okay? I need y'all to be smart. I need y'all to protect yourself. I need y'all to protect yourselves, guys. That's right, Robert. Protect yourself at all times. Robert Campbell. I need you to protect yourself at all times, guys. I know I have to say this, I know that we've seen the case with Johnny Depp. And the Johnny Depp case is it's a very good thing, and it's instructive for the entire world. But you're gonna still have some women out there who tell lies, and they're gonna try to be manipulative and get over on you. That's just a reality. That's just a reality that you can't get around. I need y'all to be sensitive to that. You bachelors, you bachelors, you bachelors, you guys who live by yourself, and you guys who have something going for yourselves or whatever, you need to vet. You need to vet these women. Y'all need to vet. I said this about Kevin Samuels, and I say this again about Kevin Samuels. One of the important things that he did over the course of 2 years as he talked to women was that he taught black men and men in general how to vet women, how to how to properly vet a woman. You got to ask the right questions, guys. You have to dig into her background, dig into her experiences. You need to figure out who it is that you're dealing with. Lori Harvey, I can do a whole video and I can do an entire stream on her just based on her mama. I can do all of that just based on the dynamics between her mother and her stepfather, Steve Harvey, and the stuff that she done came out of. We can do a whole stream, we can do a psychoanalysis of Lori Harvey and her family dynamic. Look at her mama. The fruit does not fall too far from the tree, guys. Thank you, ghetto user. The fruit does not fall too far from the tree. It doesn't. The fruit does not fall too far from the tree. Vet these women. Y'all need to vet them. The, the young ones, I talk to the young ones. I talk to younger women. I talk to them. I talk to the younger women. A lot of them, their heads are not on straight. A lot of younger women. I'm a man in my late 40s, and a lot of younger women who are under the age of 30, their heads are not on straight. So you got to vet them. They look good, they're pretty, they're perky, they're attractive, but their heads are not on straight. So you got to vet. But that's the point of the stream, brothers. Rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. So here's what I want you guys to do when y'all out there and y'all be shooting when you shoot your shot at these women, or when you meet these women and you end up talking to her for 3 months or 6 months or whatever, and at the end of the day she decides that she doesn't want to deal with you anymore, or whatever, she's doing you a favor. She's doing you a favor, bro. Michael B. Jordan didn't put no baby in her. I want you to think about it. He did not put a baby in her. He didn't put a baby in her. He didn't create no situation that he would regret later on down the road. Have fun with her. Wear your condom. Wear your condoms. Don't take your condoms off. You older guys, this is particularly for you older guys. You older guys who are dealing with these younger women who are in there, who are still fertile. I want y'all to listen to me. You guys who are over the age of 35, if you're dealing with younger women who are under 35, who are, between 25 and 35, I need you guys to wear your condoms. I need you to protect yourself. I didn't plan on saying this, but I'm going to say this. I need to say this to my guys, you guys who listen to me. Once you take your condom off with these women who are much younger than you, not only are you exposing yourself to a pregnancy that you will regret, but you're exposing yourself to other things. You're exposing yourself to her 3 or 4 of them. You're exposing yourself to her irresponsibility. You're exposing yourself to her short-term worldview, her fundamentality, her hedonistic proclivities. That's what you're exposing yourself to. And you're exposing yourself to lies. When you take your condom off, you're exposing yourself to being manipulated in terms of paternity. Because you don't know who else she's sleeping with. If you're 35 years old and you're sleeping with a 25-year-old and you're not wearing a condom, you don't know who else you're sleeping with. If you're 35 years old and you're established and you're not wearing a condom, you don't know who else you're sleeping with. Somebody else can get her pregnant. Somebody else can get her pregnant and she could put that baby on you. Lori Harvey did Michael B. Jordan a favor. She did him a favor by rejecting him. And he's learned a major lesson. This is a part of his wisdom, the wisdom that he has accumulated over his life, his young life. And as I said, you missed the early part of the stream. He's strong at 35, but once he hits 40, he's going to be stronger. Once Michael B. Jordan hits 40, he's going to be stronger than what he is now. That's it. Oh, brothers, I've been here 2 hours, close to 2 hours. I want to take my time and talk about this. I want to take my time and deal with our brother and the protection of rejection. He did not lose anything. He won. He didn't lose anything. She's the one who lost. You know that, right? She's the one who lost because she's not going to be able to find another Michael B. Jordan. Lori Harvey thinks that she's going to be able to find another Michael B. Jordan. She is not going to be able to find another Michael B. Jordan. She's just not. This is the last time. She will never ever be able to find another Michael B. Jordan. And she done. She's done. She gonna wind up. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like Nicki Minaj. You know, Nicki Minaj, she married her boyfriend from the hood. Nicki Minaj married her boyfriend from the hood who, oh my God, I don't even want to go there. You all know the story about Nicki Minaj's husband, her now husband who was, came from the hood and all the legal stuff he was caught up in. Yeah, my God. He got to check in every time they travel somewhere. He got to check in with the registry. He has to register every time he checks in. Any state they go to, California, New York, Arizona, Mississippi, guys like that, they can't even travel. They can't go abroad. Stuck. Anywho, guys, I really appreciate you guys listening tonight. This was not planned, but I want to take my time and talk about this because this is a lesson for Black men, and this is a major flag for SYSBM, and everything that we have talked about. For some of these women, there's nothing that you can do to satisfy them, to please them. You can walk on water like Jesus. You can part the Red Sea like Moses. You can receive revelations like the Prophet Muhammad, and she will still move the goalpost. She will still move the goalpost, brothers. But anywho, guys, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate your time. I said this, I'm going to be traveling for the next couple of weeks. So if y'all don't hear from me, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be out the country. But we're going to keep this thing going, guys. This is another Mad Professor broadcast brought to you by way of BMI, Black Men's Independence, BME, Black Men's Empowerment, BMA, Black Men's Agency, and BMH, Black Men's Happiness. You all have a good night and take care. This is the Mad Professor signing out. Peace.